Badr Hari's return.
Yeah.
Glad to hear it. So you rejoined again. I'm glad also about it. We talked on the podcast that you're like father and a son. You have this kind of relationship that it happened also in the past that you split, but you got back together. Now Plazibat told us that he's training seriously. I didn't know that he's returning. That's good news. Crazy how much strange things happen in his career. I looked at it today. He does not have one win from 2015. It's 8 years, crazy.
Yes.
And he had 2 injuries, 3 no contests because of, I don't know, steroids or whatever. And 2 times he lost TKO. But again, in these fights, he was better actually and winning until the KO. Even in the last fight against Alistair, he was dominating. And then, he got punched and went. But at the end, this fight is no contest because Reem was tested positive. So what can you tell us about his return?
Well, after his last fight, he called me the day after and asked me how do I feel about it, about the fighting, the evening. So I said, about the show, it's a good show. No, about the fights. And I said, well, some things I don't understand, I don't understand. And then we start talking. And in my opinion, do you know what a Stradivarius is?
Stradivarius, yeah.
There's a violin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Amati, Stradivari, and...
if you can play a violin, you cannot play a Stradivarius. Only, not the good ones, but the exceptional players can play on this machine. Well, and I think he's something like that, because nobody knows how to do this.
Yeah, how to tune him.
Yes, the last fight, it was with me, it was against Benny.
Yeah.
He was winning until he decides to go his own way. But then we were already about yes, no. That's one. And he did his own thing, got lost. He lost because after the first round I said, the pace is too high, you should slow it down. He knocked him 8 counts, and I said, okay, you should only reply him. Don't go after him, just reply him. Stay on your feet and you win the fight. And I was not even down the stairs and he was already attacking this Benny like a maniac. So he went out of air, get punched, fall down. Then afterwards he said, well, I didn't hear you. Well, it's a little bit strange because normally we have 20,000 people, you can hear me just fine. Because I got a loud voice. And now it's empty and you cannot hear me. I didn't understand. So, okay, well, if that's the case, that's the case. Before that, against Rico, the first one we wobbled Rico.
Yeah.
The second one, he was winning.
Got injured.
Until he thinks he's in 2005 and do the turning kick. Yeah. That's the one, you get older. And sometimes when you get older, the body won't do what the mind is thinking.
Yeah.
Because, it's when I do the boxing at 7, my mind is here, but my body is still 2 steps behind, so sometimes it looks differently. And and then after his fight against Alistair, we were talking, and I said, I don't understand. I don't see the game plan. I don't see these things, Also, when he was fighting Rorschach, I don't see the game plan. You are 2 meters, you go to the body, but you're not going to the body like punching. You also go down, and once you go down, you need to go all the way up again, and that means you're vulnerable. And he got a kick. Lost. And he said, yeah, well, it's a little bit from 2 sides, it's a little bit pride, I left, and I thought, okay, I can hang in there. Okay, so we decided to start training again. We just started training again. And it was like when we started in 2006, we started together, yes. Beginning of 2006, he had his jaw broken. Mm-hmm. We started training, and the first time when we started training, I said, no, put your feet like this, put your hand like this, stand like this, do like this. Punch now. Okay, and again. Okay, now you do this, now you do that, turn the hand in, turn it out, things like this, you know, and start working. And he start producing some solid hard punches. And, you know, and then he start to be happy again, and he thinks, well, what do you think? Do you think I can still win these fights? I think, well, you can still fight. There's no problem in that. You can still win it. You just need to execute them.
Yes.
And once you do that again, instead of being, because I think my problem with him is the same as Rocky III. He got civilized. He thinks he got a big opinion of what other people think about him. But other people wouldn't look at him if he wasn't Badr. You know? So all of a sudden, well, I don't need to knock this guy out, you know, or I don't want to just knock him out. That's why people like you. They don't like you for your fancy talking or whatever. And these people who do, they like you anyway. So who cares? And it's the same as I tell these guys. Just knock them out. Who gives a fuck? What's going to happen? You know? You can say sorry afterwards, but it's still sports, and the sports is this. You know, the guy with the most points win, but if you knock somebody out, you win anyway. So the closest thing is go to the knockout and don't do so much.
So he's returning, you said, in September, right?
Yes, September 7th or 9th? 9th.
Okay.
9th is Saturday, I think.
Do you know the opponent or not? Or you cannot tell?
No, I don't, not yet. There are like 3 different guys who are...
options.
There is an American, a British guy, and a French guy.
Okay.
So I'll probably be Demario Dennis, McSweeney, or
James McSweeney.
the French guy, what's his name? Freddy Camayo.
Freddy Camayo, yeah.
And look, and I told him, I don't know, you know, it's just my feeling. I said, okay, you can do 1 fight, and if you do 1 more, because we have to do 1 fight, we see what's good, we see what's wrong, we have to make it better than next fight, and then go maybe in the tournament, and maybe who's in the tournament? He's the only one who got a ticket to the tournament so far.
Yeah.
But it would be something extra if Badr can go into the tournament. It would be nice if Plasibat is in the tournament.
Yeah.
Maybe Jamal go to the tournament. I don't know. If we need to fight for it, we will fight for it. We have to fight, but we can fight other guys. And I said always, I don't mind fighting like this with Plasibat and Cookie, as long if it's got a meaning, if it's meaningful.
I understand.
If there is...
Yeah, if it's some ordinary fight, it won't make any sense.
Look, you're number 5 and you fight the number 8. And if you win, maybe you go to number 4. And if he wins, maybe you go to number 7. Look, that is no fight, because there are, I don't know how many people, and especially now, the population are getting bigger. So they're getting more and more heavyweights. You know, make an open invitation for all heavyweights in the world. Just come to Glory and try to fight in the tournament and go for the 500,000. You never know, because you need also fights before this. You know, you got this weekend Benjamin Arboui against this French guy.
Ladouni.
Elias Ladouni. You know, so this is the 2nd one, and there are more 6 places. But beside the 6 places, you got to have like 2 reserve fights. So you got 10 more places. So why not?